protect him in these perilous times. May the smith grant him strength that he might bear this
Grant. Grant.
May the smith grant him strength that he might bear this guide him through the dark places that lie ahead. In the light of the seven, I now proclaim Tommen of the House Baratheon.
Proclaim. Proclaim.
In the light of the seven, I now proclaim Tommen of the House Baratheon.
You still mourn for Joffrey? He was my husband, my king. He would have been your nightmare.
Nightmare. Nightmare.
He would have been your nightmare. Do you think I'm easily shocked? No. The things he did shocked me.
Shock. Shock.
The things he did shocked me. He's only a boy. A good boy, a decent boy. He always has been.
Decent. Decent.
A good boy, a decent boy. He always has been. We may be faced with an alarming number of weddings soon.
Alarm. Alarm.
We may be faced with an alarming number of weddings soon.
10,000 men can't conquer Westeros.
The old houses will flock to our queen when she crosses the narrow sea.
The old houses will flock to whichever
Narrow. Narrow.
She crosses the narrow sea.
The old houses will flock to whichever sworn to take revenge against you. And in Astapor, the council.
Tap. Tap.
And in Astapor, the council. Boy, many believe to be a bastard with no right to it. They've never been more vulnerable.
You cancelled me.
Vulnerable. Vulnerable.
They've never been more vulnerable.
You cancelled me. Control Slaver's Bay. Why should anyone trust me?
Trust. Trust.
Why should anyone trust me? I will not let those I have freed slide back into chains.
Slide. Slide.
I will not let those I have freed slide back into chains.
The deed is done, faded into nothing.
Fade. Fade.
Faded into nothing.
I'm warning you. I'm going to scream when my husband makes love to me. I'm going to
Scream. Scream.
I'm going to scream when my husband makes love to me. I'm going to...
And your wedding to Loras?
Shortly after Thomas.
Shortly.
Shortly. Shortly.
Shortly after Thomas.
Shortly. I didn't trust him.
We had that in common.
You don't need to make formal alliances with people you trust.
Alliance. Alliance.
You don't need to make formal alliances with people you trust. The Tyrells are our only true rivals in terms of resources.
Rival. Rival.
Are our only true rivals in terms of resources. Robin had me funding him. Wars swallow gold like a pit in the earth.
I suppose that
Pit. Pit.
Wars swallow gold like a pit in the earth.
I suppose that
Wars swallow gold like a pit in the earth.
I suppose that explains why we did so well in the last one.
Do you know how much?
Suppose. Suppose.
I suppose that explains why we did so well in the last one.
Do you know how much gold was mined in the Westerlands this past year?
Haven't a clue.
Go on, your best.
Clue. Clue.
Haven't a clue.
Go on, your best.
How much?
A tremendous amount.
Tremendous. Tremendous.
A tremendous amount.
Must be someone at the Iron Bank you can speak to. Come to some arrangement.
The Iron Bank is...
Arrangement. Arrangement.
You can speak to. Come to some arrangement.
The Iron Bank is... There is no someone.
But someone does work there. It is comprised of people.
And a temple is comprised of stones. One stone crumbles.
Comprise. Comprise.
And a temple is comprised of stones. One stone crumbles. We all live in its shadow, and almost none of us know it. You can't run from them, you can't cheat them, you can't...
Cheat. Cheat.
You can't run from them, you can't cheat them, you can't...
Your mother always had a sweet tooth, you know.
Really?
Oh, yes. Supper time, she would go straight for honey cakes, candied almonds.
Honey. Honey.
Supper time, she would go straight for honey cakes, candied almonds, custard, anything sweet. Eventually, your grandfather had to assign a scepter to watch her at meals. Cat was the first.
Assign. Assign.
Assigned a scepter to watch her at meals. Cat was the firstborn daughter after all. It was important that she remained desirable so father could arrange a good match for her. And she was...
Arrange. Arrange.
So father could arrange a good match for her. And she was... Peter had 3 crates brought all the way from King's Landing. He knew you liked lemon cakes.
He's so kind.
Lemon. Lemon.
You like lemon cakes.
He's so kind.
They do with their bodies the vile things they let him do with their bodies.
No, never.
You pregnant?
Pregnant. Pregnant.
No, never.
You pregnant?
It's not going to be a pleasant journey for you. It could take...
Pleasant. Pleasant.
It's not going to be a pleasant journey for you. It could take...
Greasy-haired little bastard of it. They all are.
What do you know about anything?
I bet his hair's greasier than Joffrey's cunt.
It was not.
What?
Bet. Bet.
Bet his hair's greasier than Joffrey's cunt.
It was not.
What?
I'm sobering. Writing letters.
A poem, actually.
Poem. Poem.
A poem, actually.
No, you couldn't. I didn't realize you were a poet.
Not a very good...
Poet. Poet.
I didn't realize you were a poet.
Not a very good...
He cleared his table when he was finished. He kept his clothing and linens clean. Carried his messages and returned the replies.
Reply. Reply.
Carried his messages and returned the replies. Carried his messages and returned the replies. Mostly I poured wine.
Pour. Pour.
Mostly I poured wine.
Freeze. Freeze.
At the hill.
Hill. Hill.
At the hill.
Carl was the top paid cutthroat in Flea Bottom. I seen what he can do with a knife.
Have you seen what I can do with a knife?
Knife, knife.
Have you seen what I can do with a knife?
No dresses for you. You like it rough, don't you?
Rough, rough.
You like it rough, don't you? I have the sight. I can see things. That's very helpful. Things that haven't happened.
Helpful, helpful.
That's very helpful. Things that haven't happened. You know what's wrong with honor?
Honor, honor.
You know what's wrong with honor?